Well, what are your ideas about restricting or having guidelines to restrict social media use for kids?
Well, technology could be a great force for good, but it also brings problems. And anybody who has children knows that the pressures of using social media are really significant. They're social pressures, essentially. So we're going to bring in guidelines for the use of social media. For instance, how long is it reasonable to be on social media for in a day, and at what age should social media be used. I've asked the Chief Medical Officer to come forward with those guidelines, so they're evidence-based, medically based, so that parents can be given a bit of help in handling their children's social media use.
But it's going to be up to parents in the end, isn't it? How much and when their children use phones and tablets and things like that. I mean, this isn't something government is going to try and police.
Ultimately, this is about parental responsibility, but it's about empowering parents and helping them. You know, being able to say as a parent, the rules are, the guideline says that, for instance, you shouldn't be on social media before you're 13, or you shouldn't do more than X hours a day. That helps. And I know this as a parent with three small children. Is this a problem you've seen at home? My children aren't on social media. My eldest is 11, so the pressure is there. And the thing is, it's not something one parent can do on their own, because they've all got classmates and some are on it and some aren't, and so if they're not, they feel left out. And so I think this is something we need to tackle as a society. I'm looking for new social norms, and I think that the Chief Medical Officer can play a role in bringing those about. Is
this just about social media, or is this about the use of electronic devices in general for children?
Well, in this case, I've asked her to look at social media. I mean, there's other broader questions around technology, but that's where the evidence is of the link from too much use to mental ill health amongst children.
Okay, looking at conference more generally, there are a few ideas around. Which would you prefer? A bridge between Ireland and the United Kingdom, or a Festival of Britain?
Well, I'm definitely in the Festival of Britain category. I think this idea of a Festival of Britain after we've left the EU, I think it's a great idea. We've got so much to show. It's a way to be outward looking out to the world, encouraging people to look afresh at Britain so we can define ourselves for the 21st century. I think it's an exciting idea.
Like it or not, Boris Johnson does seem to be creating a bit of a beauty contest at this Conservative Party conference. Do you think that's the right thing for him to be doing?
Well, it's more Beauty and the Beast. You know, I think that the Prime Minister is doing a great job in difficult circumstances. I think we've got to get this a deal on for Brexit, and I think everybody should get behind the Prime Minister and pull together. And you know, on a political point, this is after all party conference, we saw last week what the alternative is, an incredibly dangerous, damaging programme that has been tried in the past and always failed and always hurt people. We as a party need to pull together behind the Prime Minister and deliver for our country.
Do you think she should be leading the party into the next election?
Yes, I think she should. And I think we've got the ideas buzzing. There's already a sense of it at this conference, and it's only Sunday morning. The ideas buzzing on the domestic agenda. Of course Brexit's important to get that right, but ultimately that I'm confident that we'll have a deal. And then we can get on with the domestic agenda, where whether it's in my area of making sure the health service is as good as it is, reforming social care, changes that we've been talking about to help parents, or the Festival of Britain, or indeed the 2030 World Cup bid for the British Isles as a whole. I think there's lots of exciting ideas and we need to pull together and deliver them.
The general public has a view that all politicians would like to be Prime Minister or would like to go at the top job. Is it something you've ever thought about?
No,
maybe one day?
No, I'm 39 years old. I've just been made Health Secretary. I've got enough on my plate.
You've got lots of time.
I've got an awful lot to do.